Today on Teach Me How to Vegan.
Sometimes they have the butter
lettuce,
which is nice for like wraps.
Yes. The romaine, they have like the regular size romaine and the baby romaine hearts, and that's good for like lettuce boats type of thing with the filling is really good.
And those make it easy if you have to pack lunch. I used to love getting those little romaines and or the butter lettuce because then I would just take whatever leftovers we had from the night before to work the next day and grab one of those lettuce things and then just whatever the leftovers were, just warm it up.
Put it in the
lettuce, throw some sriracha on it, and you got lunch. It's golden.
Yes.
Pro tip, follow me for more life hacks.
Yep.
Welcome to Teach Me How to Vegan,
a podcast where we explore how to switch to a vegan diet.
I'm Tony, a health educator, fitness instructor, and plant-based eating program manager for Animal Protection of New Mexico.
I'm Mickey, a stay-at-home homeschooling mom and vegan cook who likes to play in the kitchen.
Our family stopped eating meat in 2007.
And we went vegan in 2016. Now we like to share with others what we've learned.
Thanks for joining us.
Let's get started.
Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us. Today we're talking about shopping vegan at Costco. There's so many great finds that you can score at Costco. We wanted to do this episode because obviously we're Costco shoppers and we like to share the knowledge and information. If you don't have a Costco membership and you're considering it, thinking about it, hopefully this will be helpful to you if you do shop there. Maybe we have some hidden gems that you haven't discovered yet.
Yeah.
And at the end of the episode, we're going to wrap up with a few tips for those who don't have memberships.
How you can get in there and whatnot.
Right. And just a disclaimer, there's no sponsorship here of any kind. We just like to share the info and talk about the goods. Costco has many great finds.
Yeah.
From produce to snacks to specialty and replacement products.
Yes.
So we're going to start off with talking about some of our staples and sort of some of the meals that we use them in. And then we're going to just share, because there's so many products, we'd be here all day talking about all the wonderful things. But we're just going to tell you our top 5 favorite products that we buy at Costco.
And the thing we've noticed too is Costco products vary across the country. So there is some variety, but I think our top 5, I think I have seen everywhere, oddly enough.
They're pretty widespread.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
So, okay.
Cool. So some of our staples, you probably guessed one of them is soy milk.
Yeah. Yes.
I love, Silk, of course, but the Costco brand, the Kirkland brand is an acceptable alternative
to Silk. An acceptable soy milk.
Yeah, but and because it's so affordable also, and it's very convenient.
It is
to have just shelf stable soy milk on hand for when your Silk runs out and you've got some ready to go.
Right, and that's the nice thing about their soy milk is that it is shelf stable. Now they used to have regular soy milk, like not flavored, but they must have gotten rid of it, discontinued it, and we have, commented on that because they do have a section where you can write things down, make suggestions or whatever. But we consistently find the soy milk with vanilla.
Right.
And you don't taste the vanilla. It's not, I don't even know that it tastes sweet. It tastes like regular soy milk.
Right.
Right?
Maybe like a teensy bit sweeter, or there's something
I don't know.
a smidgen different.
Yeah, because we don't usually buy like the Silk vanilla. So I can't compare it to that because we never get that. But I'll tell you from our regular Silk, the red box Silk with the Kirkland vanilla soy milk, like the vanilla isn't obvious to me.
Yeah. I think we've even used it in like mashed potatoes in a pinch.
Right.
And it's okay.
It was fine.
You would think vanilla soy milk would not work.
But it did.
But it did.
Yeah, I've used it in biscuits. And then, of course, with like muffins and things like that, too.
Yeah, of course.
Because, the vanilla helps. But you can use it on its own.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they also have almond milk. And they have a shelf-stable almond milk and almond milk in the refrigerated section. And so that's an option. And then they also have coconut milk. They have the canned coconut milk and the shelf stable, like lower fat coconut milk.
Right. The like less creamy,
Yes.
more drinkable one. The
Right.
canned one's more for like cooking.
Right.
And the other one's more for drinking. Yeah. So lots of plant-based milks to explore.
Do they have other milks in the refrigerated section that aren't almond milk? I feel like we only notice almond milk.
Yeah, I always look in there because I'm like hoping that one day they'll have silk soy.
Right.
But they always just have silk almond. And it bugs me because they have such a variety of almond and one kind of soy, one kind of oat, and it's just
it's
really
annoying. Fascinating.
I don't know. I guess people like their almond milk, so
yeah.
Good for you all.
All right. So that is one of our, that's like our number one on our top 5 also, isn't it?
No, I took it out of our top 5 just
and
because
did
it's
something
in
else.
staples,
Okay.
so we could have 5
in staples.
products.
Okay, gotcha. Sorry.
So another staple that we go there for is frozen fruit.
Yes.
And there's such a variety. I've mentioned before that I'm in love with their frozen cherries.
Mm-hmm. Both sweet and tart because it changes through the year, which is nice.
Which is a nice variation.
Yeah.
But it's always cherry. And it makes the cherries more affordable, especially in, this day and age.
Yeah.
Prices have been through the roof. They also, they have a wide variety of other frozen fruits. And one of the great things is that most of them, they have a good variety of organic.
Yes.
And it really makes the organic more affordable.
Yes.
To buy.
Mm-hmm.
So we really like that.
Yeah. And obviously we get those like for smoothies.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll do them for smoothies, smoothie bowls. We've made like a pancake syrup with them before. Sometimes just take them out and bake with them. Top them on oatmeal, those kinds of things.
Right. The triple berry is the best one for the pancake syrup. You basically just pour them in a pan, put a splash of maple syrup, sort of simmer it, and then blend it with an immersion blender or pour it in the blender. Mm-hmm. Beautiful berry pancake topping.
Yeah, it's great.
And the other thing I was going to say is that our dog Otis loves frozen blueberries as a little treat sometimes.
Yes.
So that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Fun little bonus. And the kids love snacking on frozen fruit.
Yeah.
Especially in the summertime.
Yes.
All right. We also go there for their produce.
Yes.
The produce section can be great.
Yes. A gold mine.
For anyone.
Yes.
And we often get the peppers.
Mm-hmm.
Like I guess they're called bell peppers.
Yeah, bell peppers. The multicolored bell peppers.
Yeah.
The red, yellow, and orange ones. Mm-hmm. And we love those for fajitas.
Mm-hmm.
And like cutting up in snacks, like with hummus.
Mm-hmm.
And then, just anytime. I like color. And so if I look at something and I feel like it's missing a color, I'll grab a pepper and add it.
You can put them in, like, obviously salads, but like if you make a couscous salad or a quinoa salad or all of that.
Pastas,
you can,
all of it.
Pasta salad, throw them in all of that. They also like them in the summer rolls that we make. So basically we always have those in our fridge because you could tofu scramble. I mean, literally anything you're making.
Potatoes and peppers.
Add them to the mix.
Yeah.
And it's a golden way to get vegetables in and color on your plate.
And color, yes.
Right.
So the potatoes and peppers leads us into another staple that we get at Costco, potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
I love getting potatoes there. It is a large bag. The russet is usually like a 15-pound bag, but potatoes are a staple in our home. We all love potatoes. Everything from mashed potatoes, baked potatoes, French fries, breakfast potatoes, hash browns, shepherd's pie, like you name it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Potatoes.
Yeah. We're basically like hobbits, like Samwise.
Yeah.
Potatoes.
Yes. Exactly. And I also love Costco getting the golden potatoes. Mm-hmm. And that's in a 10-pound bag. But it seems to be the best price I've seen for golden potatoes. And it's a nice flavor mix-up. I think I prefer golden potatoes. But they're just so good.
Especially like baked, like you
Yes.
bake potatoes with just like butter and salt or whatever toppings.
Yeah,
the
the
golden are
Goldens.
like,
So good.
there's a reason they're golden.
Yes. And then I think sometimes there's even red potatoes also, and we've done that before at Costco too. But there's consistently russet and golden.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also get broccoli from there. Comes in a big bag.
Yes, it's a huge bag. I think is it 5? I don't remember how big. 3 pounds, 5 pounds. I don't know. It's a large bag. And I like to get it because then I just plan a bunch of meals with broccoli. We like broccoli in our quiche, in stir fries. Obviously, I love roasted broccoli with tomatoes, broccoli cheese soup, steamed broccoli, broccoli and cheese. Like, it just goes on and on.
Yeah, we've talked about broccoli so many times
Yeah.
on the podcast. And this...
Snack on it with hummus or avocado dip or whatever.
It's my favorite veggie with hummus.
Yeah, it's delicious.
And this is why we love to get the big bag. And where I think in a very recent episode, you were talking about how you get the bag of broccoli versus the big crowns.
Yes.
Because then you have to cut them, and
Yeah.
we can just cut out that process.
Yes.
Cut
Yeah.
the cutting.
Yeah.
And on that note, we love their cherry tomatoes.
Or grape tomatoes.
Grape tomatoes.
I don't remember which one they're called. Cherry or grape, the smaller ones,
Mhm.
because it comes in a nice big tub, and it pairs nicely with your big bag of broccoli to do a ginormous batch of roasted broccoli and tomatoes.
Okay.
But also just we'll make our eggy sauce with those little tomatoes in salads, in pasta salads, in the rice salads, quinoa salads, all of those things.
And they look pretty in those salads
Yes.
versus chopped bigger tomatoes.
I think so, too.
Just the halved grape tomatoes.
There's something just visually appealing
Yeah.
in my eyes, in your eyes. So
That
maybe try
part.
that. Yeah.
Mhm. We also love to get avocados from there because you can get a big bag.
Yes.
And if you have kids or multiple people in your household,
Yeah.
sometimes you need a big bag of avocados.
Yes. Yes. And I think they're either decently sized or you get more if they're a little bit on the smaller side. Like, they're good. It's a good amount of avocado for the price.
Sometimes we'll get their carrots. It's a giant bag.
Yeah, it's like a 5-pound bag of
They're
carrots.
also organic, though, which is, again, sometimes the organic produce is more affordable.
Yes.
So it's easier to buy organic there.
Is it 5 pounds or 10 pounds?
I can't remember if it's... I think it might be 10 pounds because it's really huge.
It's really huge because I think you can get a 5-pound bag in a regular grocery store, so it's probably a 10-pound bag.
Yeah, the grocery
But
stores
it's
carry like
huge.
3 pounds and 5 pounds, or two and 5 or something. But
Yeah.
it's huge.
It's huge. It's huge, and so it is a lot. But they last actually a really long time. I'm surprised. I'm sometimes like, oh, these carrots are still good. Great. Let me, make something with them. And
Right.
it's also coming into, I almost feel like we're coming into carrot season a little bit, actually, when I end up using more carrots because I like to add carrots to all sorts of soups and stews. Also, the crock pot potatoes and carrot, like the root vegetable crock pot fall extravaganza thing that I make. It's really the maple roasted carrots, like kind of getting into the season where I would spend more time with carrot. And also, Otis likes to munch on a carrot.
Right.
He will eat a carrot as a snack. So
His favorite. And we also use them for our infamous cheese sauce.
Yes.
So we can totally buy the 10-pound bag of carrots and be just fine.
just fine. It's not too much carrots.
Going through that much carrots, that's a good problem to have.
Yes. Yeah.
So that's there for you. We also love their greens. You can get big bag of like the mixed greens with kale and spinach, or it's usually some type of trio.
Yeah, it's like I think it's called power greens. They have the salad, the spring mix greens. They have baby spinach. They have like 2 or 3 kinds of lettuce.
Sometimes they have the butter
lettuce,
which is nice for like wraps.
Yes.
And stuff like that.
The romaine, they have like the regular size romaine and the baby romaine hearts, and that's good for like boats. You do like lettuce boats type of thing with the filling is really good.
And those make it easy if you have to pack lunch. I used to love getting those little romaines and or the butter lettuce because then I would just take whatever leftovers we had from the night before to work the next day and grab one of those lettuce things, and then just whatever the leftovers were, just warm it up.
Put it in
the lettuce, throw some sriracha on it, and you got lunch. It's golden.
Yes.
Pro tip, follow me for more life hacks.
Yep.
Okay, and then sometimes they have salad mixes that are vegan. You just have to read through and check it, but a lot of times, there's something in there, but check it out. There's tons more produce, but those are some of our staples that we
Yeah.
usually get. And then there's also some great snacks there.
Mm-hmm.
We like to get the seaweed snacks
Yes.
because they're great for sushi bowls, but also the kids just love them.
They do.
Just love them as a snack. So it's a nice alternative to chips when
Yes.
they get a snack attack. Sometimes you can score Lara bars there.
Yeah.
And I've even seen Cliff bars.
Yes. Lots of nuts.
Yeah.
There's lots of nuts. And it's usually in that like center section.
Mm-hmm.
There's some, I think there's like the little fruit snack things. Sometimes there's some vegan ones.
We also get the little trail mixes. They're the individually
Yeah.
packaged little trail mixes that we love to take on hikes and outings.
Yes.
We pretty much just keep one in each of our packs.
Packs.
Like just
Mm-hmm.
for the unexpected
Yes.
hangry moment. Everyone just eat a trail mix, drink some water.
Yes. Yes. There's a lot in there. I think there's usually some kind of granola bar. Like there used to be kashi bars, I think, that were accidentally vegan. Crackers are usually in there. There's some crackers like Ritz. There's usually Oreos too. If you want to go that route.
Exactly.
Just kind of scope out that center section also.
Yeah,
For
definitely
those snacky.
peruse it. Yeah.
School lunches, hiking, things like that. There's good stuff in there.
Yeah, for sure. And then speaking of nuts, it kind of goes in the snack, but kind of not. But we like to get the big bags or the big containers of the raw cashews.
Yes.
Raw unsalted cashews. That's what we use. That's what I like to use for the cheese sauce. I use it to make coffee creamer sometimes. And just we use it to make like homemade Parmesan. It's just raw cashews and nooch in the blender, and you have a basic homemade parm. It's just like a versatile.
It's a good vegan staple.
Right.
Raw unsalted cashews is a good vegan staple to have on hand for all sorts of recipes.
Right. And when we don't make it to Costco, sometimes we'll grab the smaller bag at Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
Which I think we didn't even mention those in the Trader Joe's episode.
Yeah.
That's kind of the backup. That's what's in our pantry right now.
And I've seen them at Sprouts.
Yeah.
Yes.
But get those, and then we like to get the big bag of walnuts and also pecans. How do you think we support my pecan habit?
It's Costco.
The giant bags from Costco. And we like to store them in the freezer to keep them fresh.
Yes, because it is a big bag, and we could go through them pretty quickly. So we just put them in the fridge or the freezer just in case we do half the bag really quickly and then the other half not as quickly. That just helps keep the oil from going bad.
Right. Just keep them fresh.
Yeah.
We also get our beans from there. You get a giant bag of pinto beans.
We do.
Our fellow New Mexicans know how much you go through pinto beans.
Yes.
So we just keep like one of those food grade tubs in the, keep that on hand and that's what we
That's what we store it in.
That's what we store it in.
Yeah, and then we have a smaller container that's like in the kitchen, but it's still pretty big. It holds like 4 pounds of beans in that container. And that's what's in the kitchen that we work from. And then when that runs out, we go refill from the food container.
Yeah.
So beans.
And then rice. We get the big bag of rice, and they have a variety of that as well. They also have giant bags of flour. If you like to bake a lot, or you bake for a lot of people.
And of course, there's sugar there too for the baking if you go that route.
Right.
Our other staples that we get is maple syrup and agave from Costco because it seems like it's really reasonably priced for the size you get.
Right.
Like whenever I look whenever I look at agave and maple syrup elsewhere, I'm just kind of like, I'll wait till I'm at Costco.
Yeah. And then, of course, spices.
Yes.
You can get a giant thing of the everything but the bagel seasoning, which is worth it because we go through it so much.
It is. It's such a versatile seasoning to just sprinkle on stuff, like without having to pull out 4 different ones when you're just like really in a hurry and it's got 5 things in it. It's good to go. Use that one thing.
And additionally, they have great hummus and guacamole.
Yes.
So you can get like a giant tub of hummus. And they also have the individually package, the individual servings of both of those.
Which is really nice for outings,
Mm-hmm.
school lunches,
Yep.
whatever. Yeah. Like that. And our boys like both of them. Like sometimes hummus might not hit, different flavors and different companies and stuff, but the Kirkland individual wrapped hummus is really delicious.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know what the brand name is for the bigger tub of hummus, but that one's really delicious too.
Yeah.
It seems to be consistently the same one, but I forget what it is right now.
Yeah. And there's been several times where we are super busy. We're out doing all these errands and we do a big Costco run and then everyone's like starving and we just open that hummus and just eat like half the tub or more
Yes.
when we get home.
Yes. Yes.
So it's like, oh, we should have bought 2 because one was lunch today.
Yeah.
But it's a big tub.
Mm-hmm.
Also, they have croutons that are
Yes.
accidentally vegan. It's a giant bag.
Mm-hmm.
And we always keep those on hand because it's hard to find vegan croutons
Yes.
out.
Yes.
So, and they're good.
And honestly, like the only other place that I have consistently, there's 2 that I've consistently found accidentally vegan croutons at Smith's. I think one of the Kroger organic brands. I think it's organic store brand something.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't consistently shop at Smith's. So that one's, I would literally go basically just for the croutons because I just don't shop at Smith's. And then Sprouts sometimes has it. They're small bags, which is fine in a pinch and whatever. But whenever I see this giant bag at Costco, I grab it. And it's large. You're going to feel like, really? I don't eat that much salad. This feels ridiculous. Get it because it's really good. And actually having that many croutons actually helps me eat more salad.
Right.
Because salads without croutons is a little for me.
Mm-hmm.
So if you feel the same way, just buy yourself a giant bag of croutons.
Yeah. So and it helps you eat more salads, get more greens.
Yeah.
That's
fine.
That's the way to go.
Yeah.
And like I say, they're good croutons.
They
It's not
are
like,
good croutons.
oh, these are the vegan ones, so we'll get them. Like they're legit.
Yeah.
They're genuinely good.
They are.
And then another item that almost made our top 5, but it didn't. We'll put it here, is the yakisoba Japanese noodles.
Mm-hmm.
Because we don't get them every single time. I think we'll get kind of burnt out on them. But they're really good. Because they're frozen and they're just heat and serve.
Yes.
So it's a great, like, super quick lunch. Or, when you're like, what are we going to feed the kids? They're hungry.
Mm-hmm.
Go warm up some noodles.
Yes, exactly.
And they're good.
Mm-hmm. And because it's a good, quick frozen thing, like there's not yet, I'm going to say yet, I'm putting this out into the world. There's not yet like a vegan burrito in their frozen section that you can get. So this is a good frozen thing you can get that is a quick heat and serve type of thing.
Yep.
So.
Exactly. I like the yet.
The yet.
One day we're going to be able to get a box
Yes.
of 24 vegan frozen burritos at Costco.
Yes.
It's coming.
Before we get into our top 5, I want to mention a couple of things that are going to start coming out now at the holiday season that aren't typically year-round that are really fantastic to get at Costco. First, the canned pumpkin. It is 3 of the 29-ounce cans. And I know that sounds like a lot of pumpkin. And if you're not into pumpkin like we are, that's okay. But it is canned. So you can just put it on your shelf or whatever. But this gives you an option. You can make the pumpkin pasta sauce that we have a recipe for, pumpkin bread, pumpkin scones, pumpkin pie, pumpkin cheesecake.
Pumpkin spice chickpeas.
Yes, pumpkin. I think you can use when we make like pumpkin spice lattes, right? Don't you use real pumpkin, canned pumpkin?
And all those recipes are on our website.
Yeah, so there's actually a lot you can do with the pumpkin that's not just baked goods. The pumpkin pasta, easy and super delicious. So highly recommend getting the pumpkin there. Sometimes when I see it, I get 2 packages. So we have 6 cans because we like that much pumpkin during this season. Let's see what else. There's also the French fried onions that like goes on top of green bean casserole and goes in green bean casserole. And we also put on sushi. Goes really great in sushi bowls. Could be a great topping for soups because it is also a large bag. It is Costco we're at.
Mm-hmm.
There's usually a vegetable stock that comes around. They year-round have beef and chicken stock, but they do not year-round have vegetable stock, like a box of shelf-stable vegetable stock, and that comes out during the holiday season, so we're getting into that time. Also, there's usually a big, large box of Pillsbury crescent rolls that comes out at the holiday time, and those are accidentally vegan. Sometimes we grab those because that's really easy, like to put on the side of like a soup or just like a regular dish, cut up an apple and wrap it up in that for the little apple turnover things that I make for breakfast sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
Those are the main.
I think those are the
seasonal
main ones that I find at the holiday season.
And hopefully this year there will be more.
Yeah, hopefully this year there's more. I also like to get, pozole. In New Mexico, Costco will have 2 of the packages of pozole together, and it's basically 2 for the price of 1. Like the price at Costco has in the past been the price of 1 at some of the other grocery stores. So there's
super deal.
Yeah, for the pozole. And then like the cranberries. I like getting that big bag of cranberries because we have, I don't know if it's on the website, but maybe we'll have to share it. But it's this recipe for homemade cranberry sauce that is really easy and it's so good and it's not too sweet.
I was shocked at how easy it is to make homemade cranberry sauce.
Yeah.
I always thought it would be a big undertaking.
Mm-hmm.
And then, because I really like it better than the canned stuff. Some people are into the canned
yeah. Like the
jelly thing.
jellied thing. Yeah.
I'm not into that, but I really like the real cranberry sauce. And yeah, when my sister made it, I was like, oh, I'm so excited. And she's like, you can literally make it anytime you want. It's so easy. And then you bought that cranberry thing and we looked it up. I was like, really? It's that easy?
And you were like, this is a really big bag.
Yeah.
And I was like, it is, but it kind of cooks down.
It cooks down a lot.
And it's really delicious. And then it was really good because I feel like I made biscuits one time and you can put it like on top of biscuits with butter. You could put it in the crescent rolls. Like you could just,
And you can put it on like sandwiches to do like a savory sweet type of thing.
Yes.
It's so versatile.
Yeah. So I think those are sort of the main staples that I can think of off the top of my head right now. Hopefully there'll be more this year, but those are the main sort of holiday seasonal ones that come out.
Yeah, this is good timing because we're almost there.
Yes.
Summer's turning a corner.
And they might already be having some stuff. Like I feel like the pumpkin was out a little bit earlier last year than it had been in the past. So maybe it's starting.
All right.
Okay.
Our top 5 favorite products to get at Costco. I'm going to start with number 1, Mickey's favorite, because we never leave Costco without this product. If we go for one thing, if we stop at a Costco to use the bathroom,
I will run and get this.
if I have to go like pick up my prescription from the optometrist, I will run into the store to get this thing for Mickey.
It's so good.
And it is their country bread.
Yes. From the bakery. It's like a take and bake. It's already baked, but you can like heat it in the oven. Yes.
Or maybe, I don't know if you're supposed to or not.
I don't think you don't have to.
In our home, we're supposed to.
Because sometimes, here's what happens also is sometimes when we're really hangry leaving the store, we just tear off chunks of this bread and eat it in the car on the drive home. And then we munch on the hummus when we get home. So we be doing that. But it's really fantastic when you put it in the oven for a little bit and just sort of reheat, like warm it up. And oh my gosh, it's so good, y'all.
It is really good.
It's so good. It's so good.
Highly recommend.
Yes. Like, I want some soon now.
Yeah. Second, I'll say my favorite thing from Costco that we almost always leave with because I'm a snob is their tortilla chips. The Kirkland brand organic tortilla chips.
Oh, they're so good.
The organic are different than the other ones. There's something about them that I love with all my heart.
And they're so good with their hummus.
Yep. Oh,
the big tub of hummus
Uh-huh.
and that big bag of tortilla chips, it's like a magic combo.
That's why it's like when we're out all day and we're just like super hungry and exhausted, I'll just eat like half the bag of tortilla chips and half a tub of hummus.
Yeah.
And I'll be a happy camper.
Yep. It's
But
so
obviously
good.
they're good with everything else. They're the best for nachos, chips and salsa, whatever you want.
Yes.
It's the best. All right, third, they're frozen spring rolls.
Oh, yes.
They have spring rolls that are vegan. They're kind of small. And you just do them in the oven
Or the air fryer.
or the air fryer. Yep, they come out super crispy.
They're so
and
good, too.
Everything you want in a spring roll. Or what some people might be thinking of an egg roll.
Egg roll. I think
they're technically called spring rolls.
They're technically spring roll because the wrapper is the spring roll kind as opposed to the fried egg roll kind that gets bubbly.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah. And this is fantastic. It's an easy thing. Like sometimes I just make a quick fried rice or I'll make a quick Asian noodle thing and throw some of these in the oven or the air fryer and it's get dinner on the table relatively quickly because they'll cook while you're cooking the other thing.
Yeah.
It's great. Yeah.
And
it comes with a little sauce packet. And it's a tip that I think they had samples of them out. And the lady who was giving the samples, or another customer, I don't remember, suggested take that little sauce packet and add some soy sauce to it. So it makes the little sauce packet stretch further and like the flavor profile changes a little bit. And it's absolutely delicious. So that's really good. We do that also.
Yeah. And so we almost always leave with those. We almost always have them in our freezer. There's some in our freezer right now as we speak.
Yes.
Number 4 is Constantine's favorite and mine, burgers. They are the place to get Impossible and or Beyond burgers.
Yeah.
They're just so much cheaper there than at any store. Sometimes they even have the like instant rebate or however their sales work that makes them even cheaper
when they're on sale.
When I see them at other grocery stores, I'm like, God, this is the same price for a 4-pack as I could get an 8 or 10-pack at Costco or something like that. It's wild how differently priced they are.
Yeah.
And so I love to leave Costco
with some burgers.
A pack of burgers.
Yeah. And then when the last time we were there, they were on sale. They were like $3 off a package. So they were like $7.99 for like 10 or 12 or something like that. We bought 2 packages because it was such a good deal.
Yeah.
Because especially with the Impossible, you don't have to defrost. And so I was like, well, and you might think, gosh, that's a lot of burgers, you guys. But you can treat the burger patties almost like ground.
Like ground beef. Yeah.
Like a replacement
would,
for ground beef in other recipes. And so sometimes when we stock up on that, I'll use a couple burger patties in like our goulash or our hamburger mac and cheeseburger macaroni, I think is what I'm calling it now. I don't know. Or whatever. And it's just a good way to have that option.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I say the Impossible because you can cook it from frozen.
Yeah.
And so it just makes it sort of that defrosting step, But if you prefer the Beyond, you could do the same.
Right.
So.
Or, you could buy 2 packages and put 1 package in the freezer and 1 package in the fridge.
Right.
To eat within the next couple days.
Exactly. Yes.
So. And number 5 is their Morningstar breakfast sausage patties.
Yes.
Because we love to make our biscuits from scratch with the recipe on the website and just put the sausage patty in it.
And you got a biscuit sausage patty breakfast thing. What, a sandwich?
And we love to put some jam on it or jelly, or whatever you call it. It goes good with anything. I've said this is where I like the spicy jams.
That's I love
green
these.
chili jelly or red chili jelly or
Yes.
Whatever type of spicy jelly. That's with those sausage patties, those Morningstar breakfast sausage patties. And it's such a good deal for the big box.
It is.
And they fit in your freezer nicely because you can take them out of the box
and just leave it in the bag.
The little bag in the freezer. So don't let freezer space deter you too much.
Yes. And then I think some Costco's have started carrying, I think it's the Impossible or Beyond sausage, another brand. breakfast patties.
I forget which one, but I think you're right.
Yeah, it's got a few less, but it's either Beyond or Impossible. So it's sort of more meaty-like, if you will.
Okay.
So that's an option too. Because I think the last time I went one time and it was an option, and we got, I'm going to say Impossible. Just guess that it was Impossible. I grabbed the Impossible and thought next time I'll get the Morningstar. Like I'll alternate between the two. And then the next time I went, and I think they were out of the Morningstar. And so I got the Impossible again. So just know that there's typically an option for a vegan breakfast sausage patty at Costco.
Yeah.
And that's absolutely in our top 5.
For sure. All right. So real quick before we wrap up, if you don't have a membership, there's a couple options. So one, you don't need a membership to step foot in there. So if you're not sure, you just want to go look around, see what your local Costco has, you can just go in and look around without a membership. That's totally fine.
There is somebody at the door. Just let them know, I don't have a membership. I'm interested. Can I just look around? And they'll do whatever they need to do.
Right. So you can't purchase anything. You do need a membership to purchase something. So your other options, you need to know somebody with a membership, because you could go with them and do your shopping with them. But another hack that makes it easier, if you know somebody with a membership, but you don't want to like have to go with them each time, the person with a membership could purchase a gift card for you, and you can go in and shop by yourself with your gift card without a membership.
Nice.
Yeah. And then this article that I was reading did say that the entire amount of the purchase doesn't have to be on the gift card. You just kind of have to initiate the purchase with the gift card. So if you, for example, if you were buying $50 worth of stuff and you had $20 on your gift card, your gift card gets you in the door. It gets you to initiate the sale. You swipe your card and pay the $20 of your card, and then you can pay the difference with any payment that they accept.
Good to know.
So
nice.
Some little life hacks, sometimes it's someone you know well, but you're like, I don't want to drag my sister or my friend or my uncle to Costco every single time. It's like, can you just buy me a gift card?
And then that helps you
work that out.
Yeah, that helps you determine if it would be something for you, a good investment. Yeah. And like sometimes I'm like, we're only a family of 4, and especially when the boys were younger and smaller, it's kind of like, I don't know, but it really made sense for us. It just really, really made sense. And then now, we have a teenager and a tween, technically. So it extra makes sense.
We joke that we're going to have to send him to his activities with an entire tub of hummus.
Yes. Yeah. So.
And 5 pounds of veggies to eat with it. So it's going to come in handy even more.
Yes.
So that's, those are your options. Hopefully that's helpful. And hopefully this, like I mentioned in the beginning, helped you find some new ideas or inspiration or things you hadn't seen before, or helped you if you were kind of on the fence about whether or not to get a membership. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. Next time we'll be back to talking about food once again. So we will see you next time.
Thanks for joining us. We release new episodes every 2 weeks. You can always email us at plantbased@apnm.org or visit our website at apnm.org/plantbased for classes, recipes, and more resources.
See you in 2 weeks.